Hi everyone, I am Courtney Hughes-Rinker and I am the Director of the Global Affairs Program here at George Mason University.
Hi, I'm Byung-Han Sun, Associate Professor in the same program.
And this is the Autocomplete interview about global affairs. All right, let's get started. First question. What is global affairs?
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's a pretty broad question. So, Global Affairs is an interdisciplinary program in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. We offer both a master's and a bachelor's degree, and we are one of the only programs from the college at the Mason Korea campus where we offer a bachelor's degree as well. So what does interdisciplinary mean? That means that we have faculty from across fields. So Byung-Wan is a political scientist, I'm an anthropologist. We have faculty from sociology, communication scholars, we have a faculty member from literature, we have a few other anthropologists,
Geographers.
As well. And
we study a lot of different things, right?
Yes.
So interdisciplinarity means not only do we work in all different areas, we also work on common topics like cultural exchanges, economic globalization, conflicts, global health, but coming from different disciplinary backgrounds. So that's what makes it an interdisciplinary program as opposed to multidisciplinary program.
And our faculty work across the world. So we each, while we may focus on a particular world region, we look at these regions as they are located within different global networks, realizing that no area of the world exists completely in a vacuum, cut off from any other. So I work in Morocco, I work in North Africa.
I work primarily on Asia.
Mm-hmm. And we have other faculty who work in Europe, Scandinavia, also in different parts of Africa.
Right.
And the Middle East, and also in Latin America.
Right, Central and South America.
Yes. All right, next question. What can you do with a global affairs degree?
Okay.
This is an important question. So the global affairs degree, whether you're in bachelor's or master's, can lead to a lot of different paths. Whether you choose to work in government or nonprofits, you can even go into industry. You might want to work abroad, or you might want to work here in the US.
Right. Some of the examples would include international organizations and non-governmental organizations, surprisingly located in DC. Mm-hmm. And there are news agencies,
Yes.
Voice of America, we have multiple Global alums there, all these different things that are happening in the world and in DC too.
And the nice thing about the program is because it's interdisciplinary, is that you can get a little bit of everything and really craft a degree, whether it's a bachelor's or a master's, to fit your own professional goals and to what you want to do and the areas you want to work in.
Right, flexibility.
Very flexible.
Some of our graduates actually work in the State Department. We didn't teach how to work in the State Department, but it happens that they kind of worked on their own sort of curriculum and they eventually ended up in the State Department.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, Byung-Wan, it's your turn.
All right. So what other questions we might have? Okay, how is global affairs different from international studies or international relations? That's actually the kind of question that I get very frequently from students and families. So people are more familiar with international relations or international studies program as opposed to global affairs. Quick answer, global affairs is much wider than international relations. International relations or international studies programs usually focus on intergovernmental or international things, whether it is conflict, cooperation, governance. It is really about sort of international stuff that is happening at the level of governments. Global affairs is way more multi-level kind of approach, where not only do we do those things, we also focus on individuals. We focus on the societies and cross-level things. What kind of effect a foreign society have on individuals in a different country, things of that nature. So it is way broader and more inclusive. What does that actually mean? We have a lot of people in the faculty coming from different academic backgrounds. And they all come with different levels of studies, right? So anthropologists, geographers, political scientists, sociologists, et cetera, et cetera. So it makes a very multi-level approach, broader approach to the things that are happening in the world, as opposed to international studies or international relations program, which tend to focus on governmental level things. So faculty there seem to be mostly political scientists, less frequently sociologists, etc. So we're much less limited and much broader.
And one thing to think about is that international relations, on focusing on those governmental relations, is that global affairs can also tell you why those governmental relations look the way that they do.
Right.
So we also focus on history, we focus on what does that really mean for communities and for different groups of people. So we really get into the messiness of it all and look just beyond the policy, but looking at how that maybe policy or relation came to be and what is that real impact on people.
Right. So whatever they can do, we can do, and more. All right. Next question. Where do global affairs alumni work?
Oh, that's a good question.
Right. This is actually probably the most frequently asked questions by the families.
Yes.
Whenever I meet the parents, that's the very question they ask. The answer is everywhere. Location-wise, literally everywhere in the world. A lot of our students are international students. So many of them actually go back to their home country. They work there, and even some of the domestic students actually end up in foreign countries and they work there. I know a lot of students who actually work in Asia as an English teacher or an employee in non-governmental organizations there. So everywhere is not an exaggeration. To be fair though, because we are so close to DC, a lot of them are actually in DC.
Yes, we have some who work within the United States government. So for instance, we have an alum who works at the House of Representatives. We have an alum who runs a regional part from MasterCard, who works on the Latin America and the Caribbean. We have those who work in the State Department or different areas of diplomacy. Some who work with refugees and resettlement programs here in the US, whether it's through the government or through an NGO or a nonprofit organization. So, and of course we have alums who work right here at Mason in different areas as well. So some who go into education, and we have some who go on and pursue further education too, and end up working in some type of international education as well. Next, can students do internship? Yes, they certainly can. We have undergraduate and graduate students both do internships, and we will help you try to find an internship through the resources that we have. So we have lists of organizations where our students have interned in the past. We have a wonderful relationship with Career Services to allow you to explore some internships that might be related to your future goals. And also you can do internship as part of your global affairs degree. So you can also get credit for your internship as well. So yes, so both graduate students and undergraduate students can do internships in global affairs. And sometimes we even bring organizations to global affairs to talk about internships. So we've had the World Bank come, we had last semester, part of the State Department come and also do an informational session. So we also do that so we can connect students into some of the networks in DC.
More broadly, we bring in our alums, former diplomats, and they don't necessarily come just for the internship talk, but they do talk about internship because they are themselves probably the ones who are managing the interns in their organizations.
Our alumni, definitely, they've passed along. If they have internships at their organizations, a lot of times they'll just send them to us and say, we have this opening. So we have great relationships with our alumni as well.
Yep.
To do that.
And it is not part of the GLOA, but a lot of GLOA students actually do the internship along with the fellowship programs, Arlington Fellows, and so that is a specific program designed for doing the internship in an intensive manner.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, this one looks like a long one. Okay,
All right.
What are the BA concentrations and MA specialization, and
many.
which are the most popular? You want to go start with some of the different concentrations?
Concentrations, we have global governance, we have global culture and society.
At the grad level.
Right, and we have global management and economy, and what else? We have so many.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at the BA level, once you get through your core, you will select a concentration, and there's several to select from. Some have already been mentioned, but others, which will go to where the most popular at the undergrad level, is human security, global governance, international development. So those are our three major concentrations, and students will pick courses from across the university that can fulfill their particular concentration.
Right.
And then at the MA, very similar, our graduate students will go through their core courses, and then they are able to really develop their own kind of set of courses to fulfill their specialization. It can be very flexible, not just in terms of modality if they're online or in person, but also in terms of topics and how it works for their goals. So for the MA specializations, our most popular are global conflict and security and global culture and society.
Yes.
At the MA level.
Right. Although it is quote unquote less popular, quite a few students of ours at the BA level actually do the concentration on areas, so
Yes.
global areas. So you can have a concentration on Asia, Africa, Europe, etc., etc. And again, not a very large number, but a significant number of students actually do that.
Sometimes what students do at the undergrad level is they will pick a more topical concentration, so maybe
Right.
global governance or human security. And then they do a second concentration in a particular area.
Right.
So they might have a concentration in the Middle East or in Asia or Africa or Europe. So you can definitely do two concentrations at the undergraduate level as well.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, what are the graduate program application, one more.
Requirement?
Requirements,
Yeah, there you
yay. So what do you do in order to get into our grad program? So you have to submit a resume, a goal statement, which is probably the most important part of the application,
Right.
is your goal statement and what you want to do and how your global affairs graduate degree would fit into that, and letters of recommendation. And the one thing we always encourage students who are interested in global affairs is just reach out to us.
Right, yeah. We have information sessions at least twice a semester, and it's usually in a Zoom format. So, anywhere in the world we can Zoom in for the information session. What we don't require is GRE scores.
No GREs.
No GREs.
No. So definitely, if you're interested, the best thing is just to reach out to us and talk to us about your interests, and we can give you some ideas even for your goal statement. We're happy to kind of talk you through how to structure it, and look forward to your application.
Exactly. We'd like to talk to you.
Yes.